Hello students. So we have completed the lecture number 6. Now we are going to start lecture number 7 here. So we have completed about the trade versus commerce. Now I have said in the previous lecture that the commerce is divided into two parts, that is trade and auxiliaries to trade. First of all, I want to tell you a thing. Don't do any kind of spelling mistakes. It will be very much difficult to score good marks in the examination if you continuously do mistakes in spelling. So just see each and every word and try to write each and every word in your copy carefully, right? So now you were saying that trade and auxiliaries to trade. We have completed about trade. Now what is auxiliaries to trade? See, activities which are meant for assisting trade are known as auxiliaries to trade. The activities, what is the meaning of assisting? Assisting means helping. The activities that are being done to help the process of trade. That is, for trade you require capital. That is, you need money. So you can get loan from the bank, right? So the banking activity will come under auxiliaries to trade. It's like helping hand to trade. For doing the trade, what are the things that are necessary are known as auxiliaries to trade. Here you see transport. I have already said you about the commerce part. Transport, banking, insurance, warehousing, advertising, I have already discussed in lecture number 6, right, are regarded as auxiliaries to trade because these are needed to conduct the activity of trade. Auxiliaries are an integral part of commerce, that means an important part of the commerce. These activities help in removing various hindrances, that means challenges, which arise in connection with the production and distribution of goods. Suppose that there is a factory in Gujarat. Factory means where the goods are to be produced. There is a place, it's like a building, okay, in Gujarat. Now here in West Bengal, the goods should be transferred from Gujarat to West Bengal, whatever be the goods. When the transportation is happening, suppose there are no bus, no trucks, nothing, no roads to transport the goods from one place to another, how it can be transported? You just tell me. It cannot be transported from one place to another, right? Now during the payment system, suppose transportation is there. Now transportation, it is known as auxiliaries to trade because to perform this trade, the transportation process is helping to perform this trade. Now you just tell me, here the goods has been transferred from Gujarat to West Bengal. Now to give the money, to transfer the money, the person who is taking goods from Gujarat, he has to go in Gujarat and then from his pocket he has to give the cash to the person who is the seller of Gujarat. Is it possible that from West Bengal or from Orissa you are going to Gujarat personally, physically, and then transferring the money? It is not possible. There it is required the process of banking. The bank will help to transact between this person to this person, right? So these are the things that are necessary to successfully conduct the trade. That's why they are known as auxiliaries to trade. Am I clear? Now here if you can see the example, transport and communication. Production of goods generally takes place in particular location. As you know that in specific some of the locations the production of goods actually take place. It cannot happen that all over India, each and everywhere, the goods are being produced. It cannot happen. So there are particular places where the goods are to be manufactured or produced. For instance, the example of tea is given here. Tea is mainly produced in Assam, right? Cotton, that is mainly produced in Gujarat and Maharashtra. Jute is being produced in West Bengal and Orissa and so on. So specifically you can see that tea mainly produced in Assam. Yes, I am not telling that it cannot be produced anywhere else, but the main production is in Assam. So in case of cotton also it is in Gujarat and Maharashtra. In case of jute it is in West Bengal and Orissa and so on. But these goods are required for consumption in different parts of the country. So whenever the goods are being produced in Assam or Gujarat or Maharashtra, that goods needs to be transferred from one location to another location, right? Because there are many peoples who are residing and who just 95% of the people used to take the tea, used to consume tea. So that's why a person sitting in Tamil Nadu also used to consume the tea, and a person sitting in Jammu and Kashmir will also consume the tea. So now for the transportation is necessary to transfer the goods from one place to another. The obstacle of place, that is this challenge, this hindrance, this resistance, that how it is being transferred, that is being removed by the transportation process. That can be through the road, rail or coastal shipping, that is through the ships. That may be through the postal services, like through post it can go from one place to another, like you are just ordering in Flipkart or Amazon. And telephone facilities will also be there, may also be regarded as the auxiliaries to business activities. Why telephone facilities? Because these two persons need to, those who are seller and buyer, they need to make a conversation among themselves. It is not possible that a person from Gujarat is going physically from Gujarat to Assam and then talking for the tea. So there the telephone facilities are needed, the wireless connection are needed. So transport and communication is known as the auxiliaries to trade. Here you come. Next point is banking and finance. So necessary funds that are obtained by businessmen from a bank, that I have already told, that from a bank you can obtain your capital amount, you can take loan from bank and then start your business. So bank helps in business activities to overcome the problem of finance. So there will be not any problem of finance for doing the business. Commercial banks, those are banks you can see generally they used to lend money by providing overdraft and cash credit facilities. We will know more about it later on. Okay, loans and advances. You just take the example of the loans. They used to take the loans, give the loans. Lending means giving. We are borrowing the loan amount. Now banks undertake collection of checks also, remittance of funds to different places. They transfer one place to another, one account to another account. And all these things happens, right? In foreign trade also, for foreign means India and Australia, between them the transaction is happening. We will come later on about the discounting of bills. When you will go to the chapter of bills in accountancy, you can able to understand what is this. So these commercial banks helps exporters. Exporters means when you are selling the goods from India to outside India, that is known as export. I have told in previous lectures as well. In collecting money from importers, then the person sitting in Australia will just send the money through bank to you, to India. So here the banking and finance is acting like the auxiliaries to trade, the helping hand of trade. In insurance also, business involves various risks, you know, as I have given the example as well. Factory building, machinery, furniture, etc., that should be protected against the fire. Sudden fire may happen in your godown, in your factory, then everything will just go to waste. That cannot happen, right? So it should be protected against the fire, theft and other risks. Material and goods help in stock or in transit are subject to the risk of loss or damage. Those materials which are used to produce any particular good, like in case of tea, when you were producing the final tea leaves, then raw materials are needed. that is the raw tea leaves unneeded, so that should be stored in somewhere, and day after day that should be used to produce the final tea. Now those have a risk of loss or damage risk, so that needs the insurance, that should be protected. The employees who are working in the organization, they are also need to be protected against the risk of any kinds of accident may happen or anything may happen. So insurance just provides protection in all such cases, right? Advertising, I have said already that advertising is one of the most important methods of promoting the sale of products. Like when you were just selling the electronic or automobile goods, okay, soaps, detergents, etc. Like I have given the example of the shampoo. So here advertisement is necessary so that the people, the consumer, the customers can able to know about the particular product. Yes, that has come into the market and I will buy it. I will change my brand. So that's why advertising is important. It is practically impossible for producer and traders to contact each and every customer. Thus, for promoting sales, information about goods, their features, price, etc. must the buyers. Now see, whenever you are going to promote the sales, information about the goods and features, everything should be promoted through the advertisement only. Only the television will help to promote this. The internet nowadays, the social media will help to promote these things. It is not possible like a person who is making the goods, who is making the tea or who is making the curtain, he will go to door to all the places all over the India as well as outside the India and tell about the product, its features, its price. It is not possible. So there is a need of any advertisement that can reach to the customers. So all these things which are helping to do the successful trade, that is exchange of goods and services, is known as auxiliaries to trade. You can see here I have given the some of the pictures. Warehousing, that means this is also auxiliaries to trade. Here is warehousing. A need for warehouses arises in order to store the manufactured goods. Whatever goods has been manufactured, already the goods has been produced. The tea leaves has been produced, the final curtain has been produced, that is need to be stored somewhere. Then after day by day that will be transferred from one place to another. So this type of warehousing should be there. Okay, you see here oil and gas insurance are also there. Purchasing insurance, credit insurance, that includes the health insurance, money insurance. So these are the things that are necessary to make the trade successful, right? So these are called auxiliaries to trade. So when you are combining these two things, the trade and auxiliaries to trade, that will fall under this commerce. Is that clear or not? Yes, it is clear. So in lecture number 8 I will move with the industry. So another part which I have told in lecture number 6 that we will discuss later on. Up to this you just complete the writing also. Whatever the screen I am showing, write from there itself, write down in your copy. I made it for you only. So after completion of this, if you are having any kinds of problem, then ask me personally on my WhatsApp number. All the best. Next will be lecture number 8.